Hello, YouTubers. My name is Lebupule, and I don't know what I want to do with this channel. I have been meaning to join the YouTube for a while now. And a few years ago, I think in 2022, I did some short videos under the Lebupule TV. I think I'll share those videos here. I don't know, I'm sure I can. And the reason I can't use the Lebupule TV is because I don't have actually access to it. I don't have passwords. I can't access that channel anymore. And it's fine because, it wasn't a lot of stuff that I recorded there. It was just those short teaching clips called the evergreens. And those evergreens were so well done. They were professionally shot. I was in a garden. They were well edited. They had like a music and all that really, really good quality stuff that Tsepo and Shoni did for me. And so part of why I delayed to do the YouTube channel is because I live very far. I live in the Karoo. I live in Beaufort West. And it's a small town. We have literally one very good videographer, someone who has the kind of quality that I love and the quality that can match, Sony and Tebo. And so I didn't want to do what I'm doing now, where I'm just talking on a camera, on a webcam, and it's a bit dodge and all that. I was like, no, one day I will find someone who will record good videos. And so that was one reason. Good videographer, nice background to match the evergreens. So that was delay number one. Delay number two was I did not also want to do a podcast on the YouTube. I'm very audio. I like to listen to podcasts. I don't like to watch podcasts. But you go with where life is. Podcasts are thriving on YouTube, and I'm even seeing some of my favorite podcasters, those that I watch, those that I listen to rather, having a YouTube element. So, there's something there, and sometimes you really just wanna do what people want. If people want to watch your podcast on YouTube, then you give them that. And then I had the very same reason that I live far. I'm not in Gauteng. I'm not in a big city. I can't just ask people to fly to the Karoo to have a conversation with me, or I can't always just fly to Joburg for a conversation. And even if I could do that, it would take a really, really it would take to take a lot, because what it would mean is maybe it would mean that I spend a week in Joburg and I schedule all those interviews, book a studio, and all that. Fine, it can be done, but I don't have that kind of muscle, financially and time as well. I didn't have that. Maybe now I do, but we'll see. And so I couldn't do the podcast or the anything on YouTube. And then I also thought, but there's so many podcasts on YouTube anyway. And what is a podcast mainly consists of you interviewing people. And as podcasters, we sort of share people. You will hear this one on the Penwell show, and then hear them on the Capital oh my God, how can I butcher this one? On TCC. Sorry, Ashla. I'm so sorry, Ashla. Uh, it's funny because I'm still trying to think of the full name and it's still not coming. Or on Lebu Lion TV, Lebu Lion Show, or, we share a lot of the same guests. And then there's also radio that's now coming on YouTube. I don't know if you've noticed, some prime television or some prime radio shows, or the prime time ones also find their way on YouTube. So there is something here. And then I thought, no, I don't want to do a podcast on YouTube. What can I do on YouTube? Because I've created a channel, it is dormant, it is sitting there, and I know I have so much to offer. Then I thought, okay, perhaps I can do my teachings here. It's like, okay, fine, you can continue with your teachings. Not many people do that, especially in South Africa. So I could do my teachings. I could do other things. I could vlog. Excuse me. I thought, okay, maybe I'll vlog. And then something clicked over the past weekend. It is the 22 of April as I'm recording this. Sometime last week, I read Khaya Dlanga's beautiful post on his Instagram where he was talking about Black writers. So his latest book made it to bestseller. And so and I'm just quickly going to summarize. In his post, he spoke about how it really doesn't take a lot in South Africa to make it to bestseller. Bestseller, even now, you would have to sell between 3,500 to 5,000 across the country to be deemed a bestseller. Sometimes at the store, if you reach 1,000 books or 800 books in that week or in that month, you're considered a bestseller. Something really, really ridiculous like that. And he also spoke of how most readers are white. You know, most book buyers are white, most book readers are white, and most white readers and book buyers buy white writers. And I mean, my hand is up there. I have a nice little following on Facebook, and a lot of white people follow me on Facebook. And I don't remember one of them buying my book. Well, except for my friends, Joan Sebeza, Casey, Blake, and a handful of others that know me personally. But the rest, it almost like it doesn't even occur to them to say, oh, actually I can buy Lebupule's book. It's almost like we can't relate. But anyway, topic for another day. Race relations in this country, we all know about them. And I was touched so much by Kaya's post. I mean, he wasn't only talking about that, he was also talking about how as Black people we need to get to that space where we really do buy books and read them and understand each other's stories and understand. I mean, what touched me the most is that if we don't write our own stories, our stories are going to be written by others who are funded to do so. And in as much as they may try very hard to capture it in truth, it would still not be the same as you listening to Lebupule telling her story or giving a writing stories about living in the Karoo. I moved in the Karoo in 2017. And obviously, as a writer, a book like that is coming, where I'm going to be sharing my experiences of being here, of living in a small town from a big city, and many other intricacies of it. So that touched me deeply that, actually we need to tell our own stories. There's this quote that everybody loves that I know that I'm about to butcher it. Um, until the lions speak or until the lions write, the stories of hunting will forever be told by the hunters. Something like that. We love to say those things, but then we don't actually turn it around and say that, how are we telling our stories? And he also went further to say that if we as Black people do not support Black writers by buying their books, especially writers or especially people that we claim to love, people we claim to love and support, people that we admire, that we follow everywhere on social medias, and then yet you don't buy their books, you don't read what is it that made them who they are, you know? And I thought, perhaps I could do something as part of my first offering here on YouTube on my channel. Oh my God, you're about to see my cat. My cat is about to pass behind me. Oh my God, okay. You see why I wanted a professional video, and I'm gonna have that hopefully very soon. But that gave, yeah, there you saw the tail. That gave me a thought that how about, in as much as I have written two books, so I only have this one for now. I don't know if the lighting will show you the title. Alone. Okay. Alone is here, but it's written in white, and I see the lighting is not so great. Alone, growing up in Alexandra, and I want to read it here as part of my first installment here on YouTube. I want to read my book. I don't know how I'm going to go about it, but it's a short, as you can see, it's a very thin little book that is jam packed. That was well received when it first launched in 2014. But I still, and not just me, even other readers, even my friends, even my publisher, always felt that we didn't do justice to it in terms of selling it or marketing it. And I don't know if I want to go to the story. Selling, okay, writing a book, getting it edited, going through those motions, getting it published, paying for it to be published, getting it out there. By the time it's time to sell it, you as a self-published author like me, you are so tired. Like it's a lot. It's really a lot, which is why the big publishing firms are so brilliant for authors that go to them for publishing, because all we do as an author is write and submit your book and obviously deal with the editor as they do back and forth, and that's it. They push the book, they market the book, they place you there, they publicize you, they get the PR for you, you go on radio. As a self-published author, that is all on your shoulders, and it is a lot. So sometimes I do say and agree with them that, yeah, perhaps I didn't do it justice by selling as hard as I could have, but I was tired. I'm still tired, and the reason we reprinted it was because last year, 2024, it was turning 10, and we did a 10-year edition. I printed it and we did a relaunch. It was beautifully attended and all that. And so I want to read it for two reasons. I think YouTube is the best platform to do something like that, because then it reaches a lot of people and it's a video format. People love videos. And then for those of you who are not necessarily readers, hopefully me reading, and I won't just read, I'll read with commentary, share where I'm at now with whatever particular issue, how I see things now. It's going to be a very interesting thing. And I once tried to do it on social media, but it felt like the time is not right, or maybe the platform was not right. Because I mean, if you think of Facebook or Instagram, it's constantly moving. At least with the YouTube channel, I can control that I am recording and I will post every Monday or every Tuesday. And then you find all my videos in one space. Unlike on Facebook, where you have to constantly scroll down, you know? So maybe the platform was not correct, but also on social media, I think they work best with short, reels and smaller nyana videos. Long videos format doesn't quite work unless it's a live. Anyway, I'm digressing. So I don't know, dear YouTuber, how this is gonna go. What I know is that I want to read the book. It will encourage one, people to go and buy it, if you wanna read along with me. Two, it will also, I would like to encourage more people to write their own stories. Even if you write it for yourself and you don't plan to publish it ever, or you write it for your children and your grandchildren, so that they can read and get a sense of who you are. I don't know where it was. Where was it, a book or was it a video? I don't know, but some lady had documented a lot of her stories and said that for her daughter to understand why is it that she became the woman that she is. I honestly feel that, especially as Black women, we can heal a lot by just sharing our own stories. We can understand each other better. We can have more compassion and more understanding and more broader perspective of who's who if we document and write our own stories. So I'm a memoirist through and through. Yes, I will write fiction. I think once upon, I don't know. I think I'll write fiction one day. I think I do want to write a self help, based on my coaching work, which is going to be another series I'll do here after the book reading series. Maybe that's why it's called the Liverpool channel, so that I just channel everything that I feel I want to share with you YouTubers. But just to wrap up, the whole point is that I I would like to encourage more and more people to write their own stories. Start with journaling and write your story. Write your story. Write your memoir. Let us see you. Let us know you. Let us feel you. And that's why I want to read my book. I want it to reach as many people as possible. And I don't know how long it's going to take me. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm also dyslexic in a way, but mild dyslexia, so I don't read very well. But re tla bona. So this is my introduction to my YouTube. I'm gonna come next week Tuesday and with chapter one, or I don't know, with chapter one, and we'll see how it goes. So yeah, I hopefully as time goes on, I'll have proper video, camera, maybe sitting outside in the garden. Today it is freezing cold and it's raining. In the Karoo, we've been having such great rains, which is a beautiful thing to see. I moved here in 2017, and this is the first time I see so much rain. I kid you not, so much rain in a short space of time. We've been getting good rains since March, since end of Feb, and it's been really beautiful. So it's cold. I was going to do this outside in the garden. Maybe I'll do this outside in the garden next time. And if it's sunny next week, I'll do that. And then we'll see how it goes. So yeah, thank you. Hope you walk this journey with me. Hope it inspires you to write your story. I'm going to read book one first, and then I'm going to read book two. Who knows where this is going to take us? But I'm excited nonetheless. Finally, I have something for YouTube. See you soon.